Hey guys, what's up? Long time no see. It's been about 6 to 7 months since a video was posted to this channel, but the good news is I'm not dead. Now if you're subscribed to this channel, don't worry, this is still a strongman focused YouTube channel. I'm just doing this video to kind of get myself back into the YouTube space and showing you guys a bit more of my personality outside of the sport of strongman. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Kai and I'm the Nerd of Strength. Once again, this channel is focused on the sport of strongman, but with the title Nerd in the YouTube channel, I like sports and I like nerd things, specifically collectibles. Now, how do I get those two things together? Well, if you watch Game of Thrones, you obviously are aware of the character The Mountain. Half-Lord Julius Bjornsson was the third actor who played the Mountain in Game of Thrones, and he is the 2018 World's Strongest Man, as well as a 3-time winner of the Arnold Strongman Classic. Yes, he is the real deal. With that bit of introduction out of the way and trying to get these two vastly different audiences to watch this video, thank you all for watching this. It's a bit of a longer video, and if there's something that might interest you, there's definitely going to be timestamps in the link in the description below. I'll get off screen soon enough, but I just want you to know my collection is mostly based on 4 to 5 major things: Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Z, The Incredible Hulk, and mostly the women of the DC universe, as well as like Funko Pops here and there. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching the video. And also for my subscribers, if you click off this video, that is totally fine. I just want you to know that there will be strongman content on this channel in the month of February. We have shows for the 2022 season that are going to kick off next month. We have Force Bruta, we have Britain's Strongest Man, we have the Arnold Strongman Classic, and we have Europe's Strongest Man coming up in March and February. And I'm sure around that time, WUS will probably announce their next show as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all and enjoy the video. So starting off, we're just going to do a quick view of the bedroom. Yes, this is the bedroom. Don't worry about that. I sleep comfortably in this bedroom with my boyfriend, so, you know, I don't want to see comments already like, oh my god, look at that loser. Listen, everybody has a hobby, and as long as it's not hurting you, do what you love. And to start off first, we're going to look at a couple of commissions that I got at New York Comic Cons 2016 and 2017, done by the artist Long Vo, who is a artist that worked with Capcom in the Street Fighter franchise. He has done John Talbane from Darkstalkers, Blanca from Street Fighter, and a customized Akuma vs. M. Bison piece for me at New York Comic Cons 2016 and 17 respectively. Then I have a couple of little cute keychains my friends gave me right here. And then, quickly moving on, we have the skate decks done by the company in Shergo. They popped up around, I would say, right before the 30th anniversary of Street Fighter. They're based in Seoul, Cal. And I can just tell you straight up, I'm not a skateboarder. I'm a poser. I am what they call a fruit rooter. I like to roller skate. I can't really skateboard, but I can appreciate art. And just like the commissions that were done on the wall, all these skateboards were designed by Long Vo. He did all of the art for all of these skateboards. And I don't have necessarily the full set, just characters that I liked the design to, which I thought were really cool. And right below that I have small Street Fighter tchotchkes. And also on the Blanca and Oni skateboard decks, Long did little quick sketches for me at the 2016 New York Comic Con because I happened to buy those two skateboards, which started my collection at the event. And then later in 2017, I believe, for the Street Fighter 30th anniversary, they put out an anniversary skate deck, which looks amazing. I got Longboard to do a sketch on that. It is also signed by Yoshihiro Ono, who was the director of the Street Fighter franchise, along with Jimbo Box, Jeffrey Chamba Cruz, and Edwin Wong. They are all official artists for the Street Fighter franchise. They have worked with Capcom and Uden Entertainment, who is the comic book distributor who puts out a lot of Street Fighter and Darkstalkers comics. Moving on, we have a couple little Street Fighter tchotchkes I have here. Most of these are done by Big Boys Toys, Kid Robot, Cryptozoic, and I believe the very tiny figures are done by a company called Embrace Japan. Now, I really like these Big Boys Toys ones. They're really cool. They come with these nice displays and backgrounds, and the ones that are displayed, listen. So the four that I have displayed out here are the special edition Street Fighter figures. All of these have their original colors, but these are like their Player 2 colors, or for the Chun-Li, that's the special Chinese New Year's edition. They play each character's theme music along with their special effects. Along with Akuma, this one's really cool as well. He doesn't necessarily have the life bar KO background like the Ryu, the Blanka, and the Chun-Li, but his has like his finisher pose, which I think is really cool. Again, all of these figures are done by Big Boys Toys. They all have these backgrounds and displays with light up features. The only ones that have batteries in them right now are the Akuma and Blanka. And then moving on, we have these little Continue mystery figures. I brought a whole case from Big Bad Toy Store. They come in a case of all 12 original World Warriors. And I think it's really cool to get that, you know, that classic Continue screen after they all get beat up. I thought that was really cool, a really cool set to have. And they're nice little, and they display very nicely and uniformly. And then quickly moving on, we going to a couple of posters I have between my windows. You know, you can tell this is a generic, like, $7 poster in a cheap frame that I brought when I was very young. And then I have two commissions done by Edwin Wong. And then I have a couple of art prints for Zatanna, who is my favorite woman in the DC universe. And I also have a slabbed comic book, Catwoman number 77, which I really enjoy the cover. It is done by Adam Hughes, just like the poster above, and it's nothing special or like an integral key issue, but I thought it'd be really cool to have that slabbed. And then moving on, we go to the big statues. As you can see, that's what it looks like during the day and what it looks like during the night. Going from left to right, we have DC on the left, starting with Huntress and Zatanna. And then Black Canary. I literally just got this 10 days ago, and I was waiting for this before I made this video, and she looks fantastic. And then underneath that, I have Taskmaster, who is one of my favorite villains. No, I have not seen Black Widow, Marvel's Black Widow. I don't care to. I don't really like Scarlett Johansson and never cared to see the movie. And yeah, I know Taskmaster's in it, but I don't care. Now going back to these up top, these are both made by Sideshow Collectibles. Everything in this case is made by Sideshow Collectibles except for these two smaller figures. These are classic DC Direct statues. These are what basically started me off collecting. And this was Adam Hughes' old business card, which I thought was really cool. I wanted to display that with my Zatanna statue. Once again, this is a Black Canary done by Sideshow Collectibles. She has real fishnets, and I think she looks better than the first one that came out a couple of years ago. I like the face on this a lot. And I like the small base. Do more statues with small bases, please, Sideshow. And then we go on to Sideshow Collectibles Taskmaster, which I really like. I really like this character. Yeah, he's goofy, but you know what? Tony Masters is a dude from Brooklyn who has a photographic memory, and I always thought that was kind of cool. Then I have the small Bowen Wolverine and Taskmaster with it. Moving on, we have my Cowboy Bebop collection, starting off with the Funko Pops, and then the 2 Kotobukiya Spike Spiegel figures with my autographed Cowboy Bebop Complete Series Blu-ray in the back. Then I have these U2's collectibles, which are different from Funko Pops. All of those just showed up. And then I have my first 4 figures, 1/4 scale statues. Still waiting for Ed and Ein, who should be coming out later this year. But for these Cowboy Bebop statues, I have the collector's edition I have the exclusive edition for all 3 of these statues so far. Faze comes with, you know, that monitor from when she was a child, and they all come out with different switch out pieces. In the back I have this vinyl by Millen Records, and I also have this art book from Cowboy Bebop that is signed by some of the artists. That was given to me by a friend who went to Otakon in Baltimore a couple years back, and we did a bit of a trade for that, so I'm always grateful for that. Then going back to these YouTubes for a sec, I like these. I think they honestly look better than the Funko Pops, and they have more emotion and look more expressive than those. So that's why I have these displayed and the Pops in the boxes. And then moving down, we have more Street Fighter figures. This is what my statues look like at night with the LEDs. My 10-year anniversary Akuma, and my Street Fighter V M Bison, which is such a dope design, and I would love to have him higher up in my collection. It's just that he leans a lot, and I'd be afraid if he took a tumble or anything like that. And then moving on, we have the PCS Old School Blanca bust. And then we have more Blanca here with the Funko Pop figures. Now, if you're curious why some of them are white or they're unpainted, that's because these are the prototypes. And I'll get more into prototypes a bit later in the video, but yes, I have the production pieces and the prototypes from that. And then moving down, I have more Pop Culture Shock Street Fighter figures, statues. I have the Blanca Chan U2s. My friend Reno Masad did that for my birthday, little happy birthday Blanca sketch. And then again, I have more PCS. This is the Oni Summer Demon exclusive, which I really liked from Ultra Street Fighter 4. It's just that it has these very intricate pieces, and a piece broke off, which sucks. And I glued it back a couple times, but I have a cat who likes to break things, and that's why these things are behind glass. Then I have the Darkstalkers Lord Raptor, which is a very, very old school piece. I only scored for like $150, and I really like that one in my collectibles. I wish they would do more Darkstalkers characters, but it seems to be on the rise lately, so hopefully we get more in the future. And then finally, for this shelf, I have my Akuma shelf. This large 1/4 scale Akuma on the left here is done by a Philippine statue maker called Chiseltown Sculpts. This is a very old school piece. There's only 12 in the world, and I have number 2 out of 12. And then this smaller bust goes on this Shin Akuma over here, and that's made by Prototype Z, or Prototypes, by Eric Sosa. And that Oni in the back is done by Soda Toys, which was PCS before PCS. Well, the owner of PCS, I'm sorry, the previous owner of PCS had a company called Soda Toys, which then turned into PCS. Now moving on to my bookcase, I have Funko Pops. Say what you will about Funko Pops. I have my Street Fighter ones, I have my Tekken ones, and I have a couple of Mortal Kombat ones. I'm hugely into fighting games. I grew up with Street Fighter, but I'm more of a Tekken player and prefer Tekken. And what you see here, more unpainted white Funko Pops. These are prototypes. So these are, you know, made by the artists and stuff before, and designed before they go into production for mass and being mass produced. I have the entire Tekken line as prototypes, and I have a couple for Street Fighter. Only my two favorite characters, Hot Ryu and Akuma, but this is something that I hold near and dear to my heart. These are very rare. Obviously, there's not a lot of prototypes. Only 5 should come out for each Funko Pop. There's usually 3 whites per mold and then 2 colored ones. So I have almost an entire set of white Tekken prototypes and almost an entire set of colored Tekken prototypes. Those, you know, with a lot of effort to get, but they were very fun to hunt. And I got a lot of help from a lot of friends, and I will forever be grateful for that. And then moving on, one below we have more women of the DC universe. A lot of this shelf is made up entirely from DC Direct, Kotobukiya, or Diamond Select toys. And as you can see, these are all 3 of my favorite ladies from the DC universe: Zatanna, Huntress, and Black Canary. I even have this little cute dorb of, why am I forgetting the name of them? But those reimagined heroines of the DC universe. Wow, that's really slipping my mind right now. I also have the katana in the back. There's a John Constantine pop just because he belongs with Zatanna. Then I have this Etrigan bust and this Zatanna bust that my best friend brought me for my birthday while we were in high school. Interestingly enough, on the bottom of the base, it's titled wrong. It says the Supergirl bust when obviously it's Zatanna, and I always thought that was super interesting. It's not like it's a bootleg or anything. She brought it from Midtown Comics, which is located right here in New York City, so it's obviously a legit bust. I always just thought that was just an interesting era. Moving on, of course, here's some books. These Japanese books right here are art from Cowboy Bebop, stills and things like that, journals. This large thing right here is the Gravity Falls journal number 3. I have both the standard edition and the deluxe edition with black light writing in it. I was a big fan of Gravity Falls when it was airing on Disney Channel. And then below that, I have my standard comic book paperbacks. You know, throughout high school, I was, you know, always in and out of Borders, if you remember Borders, you know, buying books when they were going out of sale, and that's what basically got me into comic collecting, as well as mangas. This is a double back shelf, by the way, so behind like all the air gears and stuff is Yu-Gi-Oh!, Bleach, traditional Ava. And then finally we have like some of my larger books, like the Encyclopedia of DC Comics, The Art of DC, The Art of Capcom, The Art of Darkstalkers, TMNT. This book here that you can't see the spine to is The Art of Archer. It's one of my favorite adult comedy shows. So yeah. And then moving on, we go to the nook right outside of the bedroom. If you've been on this channel since 2019, this is where I used to film my YouTube videos. When I had a roommate, I didn't have an office, so I just filmed right outside my bedroom, which sucked because the kitchen is right behind me, so you can always hear the fridge. This is a canvas done by one of the artists that worked at Funko, Amos Mondorondo, and he did that for me for my favorite Street Fighter character. And then I have all of these spooky and creepy looking monsters on top of this shelf. These are Japanese Sofubi figures. I've always thought some of these are made by Funko, and those two, you know, Mr. Sparkle, Homer Simpson figures are made by Kid Robot. But I always thought these were the coolest things Funko ever made. People like to shit on them because of Pops, which is fair. But there was a point in time where Funko made some really cool stuff, and a lot of that stuff is pretty rare from like all over Asia. Like some of them are like literally like 4 in the world, 10 in the world. And then moving on, I have my Storm Collectibles and HH Figure Art, Street Fighter line, Tekken line. I have a couple of Tech 63 figures done by Queets. And then a couple of art toys done by Arto Bjornik from the Philippines. who did these little Jiangxi type creatures named Bai Lan and Bai Chu, which are all hand painted, and they're usually only edition size of 25 to 30 in the world. And these are really good. This is his recent one that he did, was this Jiangxi in this jade kind of colorway. And thank you so much, Otto, for getting that to me before Christmas. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Then moving on to the living room area, when you first walk into the area, you see these two art prints of Zatanna. These are done right here locally in Brooklyn at Bottleneck Gallery. This was a set of 4 different Zatanna prints, but I really like these two, the classic 70s costume and the more modern costume, but she's sitting on top of books. And then they also did a Batman the Animated Series line of prints. And of course, I had to get my favorite girl, the Mistress of Magic. So all those prints look really nice. And this is just a quick preview of what the living room area looks like. There's a lot to take in here, I will say. A couple years ago, I did have a roommate, and now I don't. So now I am free to display all of my stuff without worry. These 3 prints right here are my Street Fighter versus Darkstalker, like Universal monster movie throwback prints, which I thought were really cool to display. And then right here, I have more prints done by Sideshow Collectibles. These are by Stanley Artgerm Lau. These are the Huntress and Zatanna prints, and they go along with the statues that you saw in the previous room. And then I have another Zatanna print done by Sideshow Collectibles. The name is escaping me at the moment what artist did this. But listen, anytime they make something with Zatanna, I'm going to buy it. I have a problem, but she is my favorite character in all of comic books, so I'm going to buy whatever they make. And then on top of the mantle is probably the showcase piece when you walk into my home. It is my display of Hulks. So we have Hulks from Bowen Design, couple from Sideshow Collectibles, couple of Pops, smaller figures from Diamond Select and Kotobukiya, couple of Hasbros, and one from Iron Studios. And going into depth, I really love the Hulk. Again, another one of my favorite comic book characters. This is this gray Bowen Hulk, or I believe it's called SmackDown Hulk because it's a companion piece that goes with the Wendigo, based off his classic design when he was gray. And then I have this bust of Gladiator Hulk, along with the 10-inch oversized pop of Gladiator Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. And then I have a very amazing piece by Sideshow Collectibles, the 1/5 scale Hulk versus Wolverine that mimics the Incredible Hulk comic 151, the first appearance of Wolverine. This piece is amazing. It's a heavy piece. It's designed very well. It is one of my favorite pieces in my collection. And yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. A lot of my friends, it was a expensive piece, I will say that, but I saved up a lot. I got a lot of gift cards to buy it, and made it come true. And then we have Sideshow Collectibles She-Hulk. Now, I love this design for She-Hulk. This is like the classic, like, John Burns style, like She-Hulk. Then we have Pizza Rat at the bottom, which, I mean, whatever. It's cute. It's fine. But as a New Yorker, I see that every day. And then she's holding a taxi cab side door with her green with anger, counted 10 and called Jen. I love that little homage to her being a lawyer on there. And then we have the Bowen Designs Gladiator Hulk, which is an amazing piece. And 10-12 years later, this is still a fantastic piece, and, like, again, one of my favorites in my collection. I wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. And then finally we have the Bowen Designs Red Hulk, or Rulk. Out of the Bowen design Hulks, the only one I'm missing is the classic gray, the Maestro, which I really wish I had, but is a really expensive piece. And I believe there's another Hulk that I'm missing from Bowen designs, but I have most of the Bowen design Hulks. And then going over to the smaller shelf, I have the She-Hulk and Red She-Hulk from Kotobukiya. This is part of their Bishojo line. I have a classic Hulk action figure from Diamond Select Toys. And then I have the smaller She-Hulk. This is also done by Kotobukiya. She's more muscular and bulky, which I like, but, you know, she's fine. I understand why people like the sexier Jennifer Walters She-Hulk, but I like that one too. And then this one is made, this classic Hulk is made by Iron Studios. And then in the back, this one was my White Whale. I was searching for this one forever. On the left, that is the green classic Hulk, SmackDown Hulk. And then this one on the right is by Diamond Select Toys, who now make good quality statues. And this is another art commission that I got done by my friend Edwin Huang. You can check him out on Instagram at Iron Pinky. He's currently not doing commissions right now, but check out his Fighter Gals sticker set if you like. Links will be in the description below. And now moving on, I have a lot of Funko Pops, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm not one to keep them in box. Every time I get a pop, listen, I'm throwing out the box. I don't really care. And before I really go into them, I just want to say, so this Calyx, the standard IKEA Calyx shelf, I found on the street. Cleaned it up, refurbished it, and then put it in my house. And then this glass panel that's on here is actually a window panel that the retirement home was throwing out that's around the block for me. This glass panel weighs about 52 pounds, but we were able to refurbish it, clean it up, get the glass clean to make it into like this makeshift door. As you can see, there's like L brackets on the side of it. Because I have a nosy cat who likes to come and knock down and swipe off these pops, so I thought this was the best way to be able to see my pops and also to keep them cat safe. I have rows of pops. As you can see, there's different themes for each one, like Batman, Disney Afternoon, or Disney Channel. As you can see, there's Gravity Falls and gargoyles hanging out together, which I think is very cool. I wish they would do more gargoyles pops. I wish they didn't Lisa Mazza, but they haven't yet, unfortunately. Moving on, I have some classic Marvel pops. I really like this Venom. They have like regular Venom and they have like Marvel's Capcom 2 colored Venom, which I thought is really cool. And then I got my Loki pops. Just random video games and Universal Monster movies. Just monster shelf, I guess. You know, I see some Assassin's Creed, Overwatch, Hellboy, random stuff. 80s and 90s cartoons, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, He-Man. And then this is Funko's mascot, Freddy Funko, which I know a lot of people don't like. Freddy Funko to me represents family because of Pops, I have met some of the best people in my life. And while a lot of people are probably watching this like, you're a grown adult, why do you collect toys? I will say that this has brought me a lot of joy. Now moving on to the piece de resistance, here is my office. And real quick, I just want to show you my setup. I'm not the most tech savvy person. I just got this Astra 2 backlit for Christmas to help me do quick edits with Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator. Then I have my Stream Deck Mini and my Stream Deck. And then my Go XLR audio converter for when I stream. Hopefully I'll get more into live streaming sometime later this year. And I have a dual monitor setup. No, I'm not going to show you underneath my desk because it's a bunch of wires spaghetti and I know I need to fix my cable management. But yeah, this is what my display looks like in my office. It is my sanctuary, and this is more of the Dragon Ball room, and you'll see more in a bit. So, I told you there'd be more Funko Pops. This is my glass display case full of all of the Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops. I try to keep them themed, like Frieza Saga, Boo Saga, Super. But there's just so many Dragon Ball Pops that it's actually kind of hard to keep up with, that I had to create an Excel sheet to see which ones I'm missing. You know, usually for like Christmases or birthdays, friends or family will buy me like a Dragon Ball Pop, so super grateful for that. These obviously aren't all of them, but these are ones I just happen to put in a display case. I also have these Pop t-shirts. They come with Funko Pops and a t-shirt, but I don't really wear the t-shirt, so I keep them in there. And these are the 3 rarest Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops: Planet Arlia Vegeta, the original metallic Beerus, and the metallic Whis. And then, throwing it in for good measure, this is what you see in most of my videos. This is my autographed, competition-worn athlete shirt from the World's Strongest Man 2020, worn by the man, the myth, the legend, the miracle man, Mark Felix, who signed this for me, and I'm forever grateful for that. And it's purple, my favorite color, so I had to have it, and I had to display it in my office, which replaced my old Giants Live competition jersey. Moving on, I have this print. Well, not print, this is an actual art sketch from the 10th anniversary Gurren Lagann show that they did. These were signed by the artist and creative director of Gurren Lagann, and this is one of my favorite animes, so I had to have this. It's just my office chair, and just put an extra World's Strongest Man shirt back there to protect the pleather. And then right above that is a couple more art prints. I literally just got these from Anime NYC, and a couple of my Cowboy Bebop prints as well. Starting here, I know this one doesn't match the rest of the themes, but I had to have this Ava print. This looks amazing. The artist's name is escaping me right now, but I will link that in the description below. He also did this Cowboy Bebop print along as well with this Faye one, which I really like. It has this nice watercolor effect. Then this one is done by the kid who draws. I got that at Comic-Con. This one's done by Jimbo Box, also at New York Comic Con. And this one is a movie print when Funimation Films re-released Cowboy Bebop the movie in theaters. I saw it at the Alamo Drafthouse in I think 2018. And New York Comic Con flew out the directors, the ADs, and they did all these signings for that. So I got that autographed as well. And I know it doesn't fit with the theme, but I really like looking at them when I'm in my office doing my work. Now moving on, this is my start of my Dragon Ball statues. So this is the first encounter, well, the first battle between Goku and Vegeta. This is made by MRC Studios. It is Kaioken Goku versus Final Flash Vegeta. And it's an amazing piece. It still holds up 7 years later. And then going to my Stuba display, here's a couple more recent Dragon Ball Z statues. None of these are made by big licensed studios like Sideshow Collectibles or Pop Culture Shock. These are all fan-made studios that have made these who don't officially have the license. But if you know where to look or you know who to buy from, these are very amazing statues. So start from the top, this was made by Shogun Studios. This is Janemba versus Gogeta from my favorite movie, Fusion Reborn. And I said this a lot in this video, but this is another one of my favorite statues. I mean, look at the beating from the floors from hell. Look at, Janemba's expression. He looks like he's plucked straight out of the movie. That looks fantastic. Also, with these statues, they come with a certificate of authenticity or COA. And then I have this from F4 Studios. This Goku and Vegeta from the Super Broly movie. And then I have the Yume Collectibles Legendary Broly figure. Legendary Broly statue, sorry. And then the UCS Unique Creation Studios Vegeta versus Ozaru. Or Ozaru Gohan, which is one of my favorite statues. I wish I could display it higher. But that statue is very heavy and weighs 50 pounds by itself. So obviously I don't want shelving collapse, so it stays on the bottom. And then moving on, I have a couple of Frieza Saga statues. I have Krillin, the strongest human, and Final Form Frieza. These were both made by KRC, and they look fantastic. This Frieza, you know, this is right before I believe he's about to kill either Piccolo or Krillin. That's my collector's coin from the Facebook group Dragon Ball Collectors United. And this is Krillin. So he has a switch out with his Destructo Disc or an energy ball. I of course had to use the Destructo Disc because I thought it was really cool. And Krillin is always like one of the coolest humans in the show. I love the base on both of these and the water effects. And you can see the frog Captain Ginju freaking out at the background. And then right below that we have more filthy Saiyans, as Frieza would say. More Funko Pops as well, like this Evolution of Vegeta. And then we have like these Chrome Pops by Funko, as well as this autographed Majin Vegeta. This is autographed by his English voice actor Chris Sabat. And then I have these two statues, Vegeta's Arrival and Super Vegeta. Vegeta's Arrival is made by Xseed Studios, and that looks fantastic. And then Super Vegeta, made by Yume Studios, who also made the Legendary Broly that you just saw previously. That studio kind of went away. They only made like these two statues, but they look great. No, that's not true. They made like Trunks' Arrival and a couple other ones, but these were their two main statues. I like how he looks almost like manga-esque with like the scratches and stuff on his armor. And then we have this old school VKH, Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Majin Vegeta. This is an older statue. Statue's gotten much better, look much better, but this one has a special place in my heart. Yeah, the face on Vegeta leaves something to be desired, and the paint isn't that great. I mean, they are a little darker skin than they should be, but I still like this figure and the dynamic base of it, so I'm going to keep it in my collection. And then I have another art commission that I got at New York Comic Con 2018. This was a collab by Edwin Hong and Jeffrey Chamba Cruz, where they did old school Broly versus new school Broly. And then below that, I have more Broly statues. Broly from the, Broly movie. And then this custom Super Saiyan 3 Broly as well, which is one of the first statues I ever brought. So, that one has a special place in my heart. I'm not gonna ever sell that one because that's like kind of what started it. Especially for like Dragon Ball. Definitely my first Dragon Ball statue. And then I have a couple more Brolys. As you can see, I am a character collector. Well, I will only collect a certain character, and I have a lot of Brolys, and yes, I know he's overhyped, but he has a really cool design. He's like the Hulk for the Dragon Ball Z universe. Then I have this Ben Presdo Super Broly here, as well with this old school, like regular Super Saiyan 1 form Broly before he goes like Legendary Super Saiyan. And then I have this smaller, cheaper shelf of like more Funko Pops, and a couple of Sofubi figures and vinyl figures from Ben Presdo and Ichiban Kuji. Don't mind the foam in the background. It's more soundproof egg crate foam to kind of keep the noise out when I record. Then I have this nice set of acrylic Dragon Balls here, which I just got off of Amazon for like $30, which isn't bad. So back here I have the Great Apes. So I have the Ichiban Kuji where Ozaru Vegeta is about to destroy and squeeze Goku while he's doing the Spirit Bomb. And then I have these two like bootleg Ichiban Kuji Golden Ozaru and regular Ozarus that my dad brought me for one Christmas. He didn't know they were bootleg, but he knew I like Dragon Ball, so, you know, they'll always be in my collection. As well as these, Fubi, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo figures, as well as the arrival of Vegeta and Nappa. Then we have more Funko Pops down here. And a couple of figures. And then another statue I really like is the Skaar Son of Hulk figure statue made by Sideshow Collectibles. Obviously he's not. Hi Atlas, that's my cat Atlas. He's a nosy boy who wanted to be a part of this video. But anyway, obviously he doesn't belong in the Dragon Ball room. It's just that he's such a big piece. He's bigger than a lot of the other Hulk figures that were on the mantle, that he couldn't fit there. So I decided to put him in my office instead. If you watch my videos, you've probably seen him in the background of several videos. And I think he looks cool with all my Hulk omnibuses in this like little box shelf underneath. This was a gift to myself in May of 2020. I really wanted this piece for a long time, and I thought it was really cool. Skaar is definitely an vastly underutilized character in the Marvel comics. I'm not even sure if they're using him now, but it was one of Sideshow's best pieces. And, you know, I think he kind of fits in the room. It's like, when I sit in my office chair, it's like Broly is fighting Skaar. They're gonna go head to head, and they're gonna go at it. So, in the comments below, who do you think would win in a fight? Skaar, Son of Hulk, or Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan? Alright guys, so I'm going to call the video right here because looking at the runtime, this is already running upwards of 45 minutes, and I think this is a good point to call it. Whether you're a subscriber or not, if you stuck around to the end of this video, thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. And I'm glad I got to share this side of me that my subscribers don't really get to see. Like, I love strength sports, I love being in the gym myself, but this is something I like to do outside of the gym. Collect toys, collect statues, and read comic books. After all, the name of the channel is Nerd of Strength, so I like to be in the nerdier hobbies. There's a lot more stuff that I didn't get to really go through in this video, like my autographed comic books, my rarer items from Japan, my Disney era Power Rangers collection, or my 2003 Ninja Turtles collection, but that stuff's in storage. This was just basically a showcase of everything that I have displayed in my home currently. And bonus, I didn't even get to display or show where I keep all my boxes for all these larger statues. They're in the home, they're just all in a closet because I'm not at the point yet where I need to have a public storage space for these boxes, thankfully. But I thought that'd be kind of funny to show, especially other statue collectors. But anyway, my final message is, again, for my regular subscribers, if you did watch the video and stuck around to the end, don't worry, I am not changing what this channel is about. This channel will always be about the sport of strongman. This is just a one-off video, just because I thought it was fun. Starting in February, I will have more strongman content to post on the channel because I kind of have the bug to go back into YouTube. We have Force Bruta in Brazil coming up, we have Britain's Strongest Man, we have the Arnold Strongman Classic, and we have Europe's Strongest Man in the next 3 months, so that's something to get excited for. And for anybody who is just a casual viewer or a non-subscriber, and you would like to get into the sport of strongman or be a bit more interested in this sport after I talked about how the mountain is involved with this, definitely check out other videos on my channel here. You can also definitely check out some World's Strongest Man clips on YouTube and see if you like the sport. You don't necessarily have to compete in it to enjoy it. You can also just watch it and have a good old time. And lastly, once again, my name is Kai. I am the Nerd of Strength. If you like what I do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you can check me out on my personal Instagram at EastWolfStyle and my Nerd of Strength Instagram at, well, Nerd of Strength. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.